Hi, Collective, and I would like to say welcome. It is Tuesday, so we'll say Let's Chat Tuesday. I'm not kidding. This is going to be who and or what may be sending you energy. Yes. So, what is it that the Collective needs to know at this time? Spirit, please give me clear and concise messages when it comes to this energy. So who and or what may be sending the collective energy? Let's see. Okay, you get strength. So could be your guardian angel, spirit guide, and or an ancestor. Someone is telling you to pull deep within yourself and pull out that fire within you. All about inner strength. The yellow in this is giving me tapping into your solar plexus, which is your personal power. Leo season is significant, could be significant. You could be a Leo. There could be a Leo that is trying to reach out to you. You have the Three of Wands, more fire energy. So maybe you need to get into this fiery energy. Forward movement. You've already started on something. So I'm picking up positive energy. Let's see what else we got. So you are being guided to move forward, closing out cycles, left and right. Congrats. Let's see. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune flew out on this Eight of Swords. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse here? The Hangman, Pisces. So someone is trying to keep something open. Ooh, the Star comes out in reverse. Aquarius, okay? This is the water signs coming out, okay? So let's see. Ooh, shit. You get the Tower and the Ace of Cups. All right. Like I said, the water sign. So you could be a fire sign. Fire sign could be significant. Or maybe you're being called to use the fiery energy, the fiery element. So maybe you need to start using the element of fire as you balance out something emotionally when it comes to this star energy and this Pisces or the Hangman. So with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's kind of like you're trying to close out some loose ends and walk away from something, but someone is pulling on your energy heavily, trying to stop this rebirth and you moving forward. But with the Tower here, you're still going to be able to push through, which push you back into this Ace of Cups energy. So there's something that's going to be very heartbreaking for someone. Ooh, can't make this up. The Death flies out. Scorpio energy. Yeah, you've closed this out. So someone is going through a major transformation, and it's kind of like either you're going to go with the flow, but if you continuously resist the change, it's going to be uncomfortable. But you have the strength to move forward. You're being guided, and it's like you have actually all the signs that you need to move forward. And this Tower is giving me more of the simple fact, like you realize, like, dang, maybe certain people aren't with you when it comes to this Wheel of Fortune. And when people have to see you successful, and the success only came once you actually walked away from them. They actually were holding you back. You couldn't be this star because people wanted to dim your light. But the Tower comes back out, and then you go through your rebirth. So it's kind of like you have to show back up, or even if, like, that's just who you are. So you have to keep pushing through. So somebody may be, you may be going through a lot of spiritual attacks right now. So you do need to do a heavy cleansing. But this is, I'm picking up more when it comes to your creativity. So your solar plexus and your sacral chakra may be getting hit right now. So you need to focus on those two as much as possible. Yeah, because Temperance and the Queen of Cups comes out together. You have a lot of major arcanas out here. So shit is going on in the background that you may not see, needing you to get into this Queen of Cups energy, embodying this, emotionally stable. Like I said, more of that water energy. You could be a Scorpio, or you could be a Scorpio rising. Alright, guys. Why is the Temperance out here? Let's see. Let's get one more, and then I'll do some clarification. You get the Nine of Pentacles, so it's finally time for you to rest your nervous system, and accept whatever this abundance is. So when it comes to this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, maybe you're clearing out some old debts, karmic debts, generational debts. And with the Hangman here, you're looking at something different from a different viewpoint. But the Star in reverse is like stagnancy. It's like, because you get Temperance that comes out with the Queen of Cups and then the Nine of Pentacles. So it's like you come back out on top once you can clear, once you go through whatever this is with the Tower and the Death. It's not in a negative way, because that could be just whoever, whatever has been attacking your forward movement, or you closing out this cycle. They are finna just have to sit in all of that. That could be somebody's reality. And you actually probably don't even know that these individuals are actually going through some karmic lessons, or whatever they've tried to project onto you. A lot of people are being hit heavily because you're still coming out as Temperance. You're still coming out on top. Let's put some words with this. Ooh, what? When I say somebody is mad, I need pain, apprehension, caution, afraid, confusion, unclear. I keep sending her energy. Why does she keep moving forward? Possibilities that comes out in the reverse. Free-spirited, adventure, risk. Someone's unclear. Foundation also comes out in the reverse. Could be. And then thinking, missing you, craving, desiring, family, security, possibilities. Someone from the past maybe didn't take action when it came to you. They didn't invest in you. Maybe they were unclear about a situation. Maybe some pain was involved. You know the saying, hurt people. But if someone's pulling on your energy, you'll feel it if they're thinking of you, because they're projecting this energy onto you to keep you stuck, to keep you emotionally tied to them. So what signs do we have out here? We have Leo, we have Aries, Pisces, Aquarius, Scorpio. Time comes out also in the reverse. So yeah, you don't close this one out. These cycles are no more null and void. Null and void with whoever or whatever has been trying to attack you or send this, project this, and you're, unfortunately, maybe you're finally seeing clearly with the Hangman and this Tower. It's a fat ass reality check to see like who and what has been attacking you. And if someone has been closer than you realize, because maybe something subconsciously you've been holding on to, and you're finally realizing like, dang, I have been emotionally holding on to that. And it's like you're finally finna clear that out with this Ace of Cups, which puts you in this Queen of Cups. Like you go from the Ace straight to the Queen. So it's like you just get back grounded and you start back showing up for the things that you're supposed to. Yeah, you've had some pain. Maybe you have been unsure of what to do. You know, maybe you actually weren't realizing that you were more free than you were in your head when it comes to things. You know, like that, the Eight of Swords energy, you know, that victim mentality. And so it's like, okay, Maybe you were, maybe you didn't have stability, or you didn't have that security, and it's like maybe now you're finally getting back on the right time stamp that you want, close, showing back up for these things, and it has you in this manifesting energy. You're back visualizing. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because people be thinking that I don't know, I was gonna clarify something, but you get the 5 here. In the beginning, like the first phase of your spiritual journey is like you do lose a lot of material possessions, and you lose money, because you go through, like, that's a part of the matrix, like that's just the reality of it. But once you start getting through them, you do actually come back. This 9 of Pentacles, you do start back showing up in materialistic things. If that's what you want and for yourself, you can have that. And I seen a TikTok one day, and it was like, I can't sin because I'm not religious. And of course, you know, morality does come into that. But if you really do think about it, like a lot of the boxes and the mental entanglements that we put ourselves in, or if you've ever read the 4 agreements, the agreements that we have created, and we allow life to just hold us down, that could be the issue when it comes to things. Like, it's nothing wrong with having material possessions. It's genuinely nothing wrong. So when it comes to this 9 of Pentacles, maybe you need to start back showing up in that sense for your material things in the world, and that'll actually help you obtain your next spiritual assignment. So have the strength to show back up, regardless of what it looks like, to any and everybody around you. Because if you are somebody that's supposed to be in the limelight, or you're supposed to be seen, you're being pushed to do so. Someone wanted to dim your light as much as they possibly can, but with this Tower and the Death, you actually have an assignment that you have to show up for. And it's like these 2 are assigned to your emotional happiness. So if you know that the purpose that you're supposed to be pouring into, or the next endeavor, will have you in this Queen of Cups energy, being as loving, caring, the Temperance here, like you're spiritually guided to do so, and this is going to put you in this 9 of Pentacles energy. So show back up for something emotionally, so that you can actually obtain the success that you genuinely want. That's really what this is saying. And the people from the past, or whoever or whatever it is that you've walked away from, that is not your responsibility. That is just genuinely not your responsibility. Why is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, though? That's what we want to know. You get the 7 of Wands, more fire energy. So there could have been a Leo. Someone was in competition with you. Someone has been in competition with you, mind you. They've been fighting with themselves. What is this? What is this? You get the Knight of Swords, but it comes out in reverse. So someone is speaking poorly, trying to figure out your next move, but can't. 3 of Swords. More of this pain energy. So this is definitely past. And they don't want it to come out. Clear the throat chakra. Somebody is, I don't know, the more you show up for something, and the more you're in this 9 of Pentacles energy, that just pisses somebody off. So I need you to keep showing up. The Lovers, that's what I said. The more you show up for this, it just pisses them off. But this is your assignment. I need you to keep showing up. I need you to call on the divine as much as possible. Like, you actually have spiritual ranking here. You probably don't even realize it. And Spirit is like, whenever you need me, just call on me. Whenever you need me. Whatever you need. This Tower with this Death. That's what I said. It was like this, but it's in the reverse. So you are coming back out of this. So this is that new perspective, that Hangman. This is where it's like your third eye is completely open. You've gained consciousness, yep. The 10 comes out in the reverse. And you recover from this, and you bounce back, and you go through that rebirth. So even with the Star in reverse, they didn't want you to actually be exactly who you were. But they weren't going to be able to trump your assignment. It may took you some time. It may have took you, but that's the beauty, because that's a part of the journey as well. Maybe you set out another season to feel more, to do more, to be more. And the Queen of Cups, when she's in her divinity, she is the baby empress. So that is the whole goal. But you have Temperance here with the Nine of Pentacles. You that is the Empress and the fucking High Priestess pretty much together. You can't be without. And then look, you get the Hermit, the Nine, the Ace of Cups, the Page, right? So there could have been a Virgo that has been sending you some negative energy, or they thought maybe you were going to come back, and they see that you've emotionally fulfilled without them, because you're back into this exploration energy, back into that fiery energy. No longer in your head about things, which is, that unclear, that uncertainty energy. One more, and then you get the 8. So things are coming fast for you. You get the 8 of Wands. Things are moving back fast. More of that fire energy. Just once you can just pour into the things that it is that you want. Quiet your mind as much as possible. Rest is very important, especially, I said it on the last one, with these 7 types of rest. So realizing which one that you need more rest in, and allow yourself to get rest in that, and then pick one area of your life and focus on that and grow and pour into that as much as possible. But that was the message that I have for you guys. I hope you are doing well. I'm going to end it with a angel message. Let's do an angel message, yeah. An angel message. Spirit, give me one angel message. Okay, give me 1, 2. It says clean energy food. When you fuel your body with a helpful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attract golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. So making sure you are eating food that are alkaline this season. It is the summer season, so it is hot. So you do want to make sure you're getting your electrolytes, however you want to get it. Coconut water, body armors, and or Gatorades, the liquid IVs. But if you are consuming the other, the liquid IVs and the Gatorades, please make sure you are replenishing with a lot of water, because those are more sugar-based. Versus getting coconut water, watermelons, any type of melons. And even if you're drinking regular water, do dilute it, the tablespoon or 2 of, like tart cherry juice or cranberry juice, just to make sure that your body is still getting the minerals, because it's nothing wrong with drinking regular water, but you are just stripping your body from the minerals, drinking too much plain water. But besides that, yeah, clean energy. The more alkaline it is, the more energy you have. Get you some sun. Get your ass outside and get you some sun. Attracting, not chasing. Oh, I don't even know if you can see that. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way, because of the fears underlying chasing energy instead. Attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So one thing that when it comes to attracting, if you genuinely know that you're in the right headspace and you are aligned with something, you can't go without. So if you genuinely say, okay, this is what I want, it's not that you want said thing. Always get back to your why. Always aligning back to the why, making sure your ego is not in the way of you wanting something, because that would be you just trying to dominate something. So with this attracting and not chasing, because some things you do have to actually go after, only because spirit needs to see if that's genuinely what you want, which is showing up for the things that is your assignment, especially when you realize everything is spiritual and everything it is that deep. And so when someone is sending you any type of energy, if you genuinely don't like alchemize it, or having to keep going through this pain or sitting through these, immediately continuously raise your fucking vibration. People cannot attack you when you are on a higher vibration. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, because you're always going to be new levels, new devils. Like, people are going to send that energy, and it could be just someone, even like, even if it, I don't want to say evil eye, but side eyeing something. Like, saying you come up, like saying you be like, oh, I want to do this, and they say, why? Like, saying you be like, oh, I want to run the next marathon. A marathon? Do you know how many miles that is? Why do you want to do something like that? What are you trying to get out of that? What are you trying to prove? And now here you go in your head thinking like, okay, maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe I am doing too much. No, that is you picking up a projection. So just be mindful that the things that it is that you're wanting or you're chasing, in a sense that it's not that you're going after it to the point where it's running away from you, but that you're actually aligning yourself to actually have those things. So yeah, so welcome things with loving energy, and that also goes for the other way. Like, this is where it's like mastering the art of detachment, knowing that, like, man, none of this shit in life really matters. These are just things that we've created. Like, people wake up and be like, oh, I gotta do my reset, or I gotta make sure I meal prep it. None of this shit matters. You're gonna die one day. But anyway, I know I don't want to sound too pessimistic, but that's just the reality. We're all gonna die one day. So either you chase your dreams, you do, or you don't. But to knowing at the end of all of this, it's only gonna have your name and the date on your tombstone. So you better do something out here for yourself. You better love yourself proud, loud, and do the same for others. But that's how I'm gonna end this one. Also, check out my Patreon at K's Intuitive Messages, a sacred space, where I also do more shadow work, and it is a podcast over there. And also follow me on TikTok at KH Tarot. So I think that's all I wanted to say. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one.